we talked a lot of transfer portal today, and that's going to be the heart of what we do at this time of year. But we have to talk about one of the stories of the day, the report out there that Bill Belichick has accepted the UNC job, and he's waiting for UNC's response, right? So I don't know how much more sifting through the UNC admin needs to do here to hire Bill Belichick as their head coach. But your thoughts on this potential move? I mean, obviously it seems like a pretty weird fit for what some people consider the greatest football coach of all time, pro football coach at least. What are your thoughts on this right here?
I'm laughing because the headline you wrote is accurate to what was reported, but I got to put on my lawyer hat for a second. To make a contract, it requires an offer followed by acceptance. Usually don't accept first before there's an offer. So
right.
I think that is interesting. And that's like how you laid it out is exactly how it's phrased, but it's just funny.
I'm going to pull up the tweet.
Yeah. From Ollie Connolly. So obviously there's some internal questions at UNC about whether they want to go forward with Bill Belichick. They just got rid of a coach in Mac Brown who had way more success at the college level than Bill Belichick, who's been a pro guy, but and had huge ties to UNC, success at UNC. Even in his second run, had some success with UNC, but he was too old. So now you get to another old guy, young girlfriend, but old coach. I think that is the question that UNC is asking. Clearly, Bill Belichick is trying to set this up for his son, Steve. We've seen older coaches as they get to that level where they're getting statues built of them. This is how they start thinking. Bobby Bowden setting up his son. Joe Paterno towards the end trying to set up his son. Mark Richt at University of Miami trying to set up his son towards the end. So I think that's really what this is all about, and it's very common for coaches that have already accomplished so much and have earned that respect. To me, the questions, if I'm UNC, number one, you're asking questions about the age. That's an issue they just went through. And let Q Sports nail it. I think it is all set up for his son. Plus, he's trying to work. How funny is it, by the way, that Bill Belichick is begging people to take him on pro in college and he can't find work? It's amazing. It shows you how quickly things change. But at the college level, he relies on big defensive ends, big body defensive linemen, two gappers, guys with physicality, guys with discipline. And then he likes smart guys behind those guys, man cover corners, and then smart, versatile players at safety, at nickel, and linebacker. Those are hard guys to find in college. They're hard guys to find in the pros. He was very unique in his drafting style in the pros. Bit him at the end. High school, it's even harder to find those guys. So is he going to be able to get those guys consistently? To me, that is the question when you talk about Bill Belichick at UNC, and I'm sure that's the deliberation that is happening with the powers that be at UNC.
And this was him on his weekly spot yesterday on the Pat McAfee show. It's kind of like that O.J. Simpson, if I did it book, but he said, if I was in a college program, it would be a pipeline to the NFL for the players that had the ability to play in the NFL. It would be a professional program at the college level. I don't have any doubt that the players would be ready for the NFL. So look, I mean, this isn't John Gruden to Miami or John Gruden to Tennessee type stuff. He would have come out and said, completely denied that this was going on. I would think at this point it's been confirmed and reported by too many people for it to be fake news. But it's just, you're right, man. It's crazy how quickly things have changed, that this is, to him, what he thinks is the best opportunity in front of him right now.
And look, it's intriguing. You talk about Coach Prime in Colorado, Belichick at UNC. You talk about a program that has never gotten over that hump, really, where the local talent and the resources have matched the success, consistent success on the field. Mac Brown probably came the closest. He's the one that Bill Belichick would replace, by the way, 1 year younger than him. So very interesting to watch. I think, though, back to the examples I mentioned, Bowden and his son, Richt and his son, Paterno and his son, they didn't work. Will this one work? If it happens, something to watch.